All right, guys. I don't know what just happened. That was weird. It's on live again. Okay. All right, guys. Tune in. I don't know what just happened. It just blacked out on us.
Yeah, that was weird.
Is everybody back? Okay, I think they're all coming back.
Oh, it's not showing on mine.
This is one person. Just
Oh, okay. It's still not faster on yours. I'll just leave yours open.
no, well, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Or am I the one person?
Hmm.
It said, or am I the one person?
Oh, yeah. Can you guys hear us okay? We don't know what just happened. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. It just cut off out of nowhere.
Sorry about that. It's weird.
All right, check back in, guys. Let us know when you're here. I'll go back to the other one and pull up those comments. Live. How many? All right, guys, check in, check in. Yeah, we're back. I don't know what happened.
What were we talking about? The YouTube doesn't.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, YouTube was like, oh, don't want y'all talking about that. Don't be telling nobody not to buy no truck. All right, guys, check back in, check back in. Are you guys back? I'll resume here in the next 30 seconds. I'll resume. Get everybody back on board.
The conversation. Where did you leave off? Do you remember?
I was just talking about the issues with the truck
Oh, yeah.
and the dilemma, the expensive dilemma. Is everybody back? Everybody's coming back in? Okay. Everybody's back. Everybody's back. Check back in. I'm back. All right. So as I was saying, so the dilemma is: do we delete the truck and just have to be what's the word I'm looking for?
Intentional.
Not even intentional, but
Strategic.
yeah, I guess strategic. So the other part of the dilemma is y'all know with these tours coming up, a majority of the tours are going to be out of California. And if I delete my truck, you guys already know what California is and all the laws and all that kind of stuff. So if I pay the $3,500 to delete the truck, I'm done with the issues. You know, I just got to be, I guess you said intentional about every little thing I do with that truck, and then still hope that I will have breakdowns out of it, but hopefully I can break down to where I don't need a dealership and stuff like that. Or I can pay the $6,000 to $8,000 and hopefully get all that resolved with the truck. And then and knowing about these mechanics and stuff, like the mechanical part of a truck, it's going to what's what I'm looking for? I'm going to have problems out of that DEF system in the future, just because they're always messing up. So you guys, I don't know. What do y'all think? Let's take a vote. What do y'all think? Should we delete the truck, or should we just come out of the money and hopefully get it fixed?
Can I say what I think? Not as a truck driver. I'm gonna turn mine off because I don't want to.
Okay.
I personally think we should not delete it because we get a lot of decent.
Speak up a little bit. Bro.
We get a lot of decent revenue from doing those tours, and it would just I feel like it would hinder us more if we. And this is coming from our family position versus, a truck driver's point of view. So That's what I think. I personally think we should not. We should just bite the bullet, save up, and pay whatever we need to pay to fix the issues. But then again, I don't know what that looks like as far as fixing every single little.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, Jerry said the problems are just starting. He would just trade it in and get the W-9. Don't tempt me, Jerry. Man. Yeah, but and then in all fairness, guys.
Is the W9 the green one?
No, the white one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Peterbilt is the green one.
And then see, here's the thing. Even when we consider that, yes, the price of the truck itself is like a lot more, but what we will be paying for it per month is less than what we would have because of the interest.
Yeah, well, it's a 9% interest rate, which is not horrible.
Wait, but the other one is the 15%, right?
Yeah, that one's a 15
So
because they
right.
Yeah,
So
but it would be 15% for a couple of
for however long it takes for them to sort that out.
right before they get refinanced. Right. Yeah. So the way we do it, guys, the way we pay for our truck is we take really about 20% of our earnings and we put it towards the principal of the truck, and so. It would take a long time which comes out to about $1,200 to $1,400 a week, usually going towards the principal. Yeah. So the issue with that Peterbilt, when the owner bought it, he bought it at he got it from somebody, I guess, before it went under repo. So when he refinanced it, I don't know how the financing or behind the scenes worked on it, but the previous owner had it at a 15% interest rate. And it's going to be a few months before they can get it refinanced down to their usual 9% interest rate, which is what we pay. Okay, so Al said, my business brain says do not delete and pay yourself and pay yourself the monthly truck note into savings for 1 year and then go buy a new truck. Yeah, that's an option too. But I think she's playing favoritism, guys, because she's the one that likes the Lone Star. She's the one that chose the Lone Star.
It's not even because of that. It's purely because of what it would mean as far as you being able to do the tours.
Yeah.
Because the tours, in this particular one, you were able to sit and still get paid. You know, like you never know.
Oh, that's right. So that was one thing a lot of guys were asking. It says if you trade the Lone Star, you have a peace of mind with the new truck. That is definitely true. That was my argument at first about having a peace of mind, but then I wouldn't be having a peace of mind paying for it. That would be a whole nother. Because if the rates were better like they were last summer, this would be a whole different conversation.
Sure.
You know, but with the rates now, I mean, I'm still doing decent just to fake it till we make it right now. But if these rates continue to go down worse and worse, it's going to be more and more difficult. Like what saved us this recent time was that tour, because rates were already kind of shaky. I'd kind of got a rhythm going, and that tour popped up, which was excellent. So that was one question a lot of them had. So the tours, they pay us really like a daily rate, I guess you can kind of say. So the tour paid was it $91.50 divided by. So the tour pays about $1,300 a day. And on that particular tour, we sat there for 2 weeks. So we did about $1,900 to $91.50 to $9,100 a week. Just sitting, I didn't burn any fuel, stuff like that. Usually with tours, there's a little bit moving around, which is not far because you're going from city to city, literally like 200-300 miles a day. So no more than 1,000 miles, maybe 1,500 miles a week. So you're not burning that much fuel. And then you might sit in the same city for 2 or 3 days while the show is going on. Like there's a buddy of mine now who's doing the Janet Jackson tour, and they're just sitting because she has 2 or 3 shows, a night in these cities. So he's just going and doing a lot of sitting out there. So the tours definitely do come in handy because they jump my revenue up because I'm not burning any. Even if the revenue is slightly less, it's way less stressful and it's not putting the strain and the wear and tear on that truck. And I'm not spending anything on fuel. So that's one good thing about those tours. And it's a peace of mind. They feed you. There's showers at the stadiums and the arenas and stuff. And then we're not having to pay for parking and stuff like that. So the tours are always super laid back. They give you a VIP wristband where you can do whatever you want to do, except harass the talent. Anything else you can do, whatever you want to do. So it's just one of those things. I really don't want to delete that truck, but it would be a lot cheaper. Or, like we said before, we can pay the 6 to 8 grand and have like a 70 to 80% chance of it fixing the problem. So it was the crank, either the crankcase or the crankshaft. That's what it was. One of those two that he's got to look into and see what's going on with that. But I don't know. What do you guys think? So Al says don't delete it. Rodney says a lot of companies require the DPF and DEF in the truck. Jerry said the problems are just starting. Trade for the W9. Jerry also said if you trade the Lone Star, peace of mind. What else? What else do you guys think? I would prefer not to have to delete that truck, but I'm not gonna lie. If I delete that truck, since he's gonna be down there anyway, I'm just gonna have him run a straight pipe through there too, and get those Jakes as loud as I want them. So we'll get those Jake brakes going and having the truck sound better. Because I hate the muffled exhaust. Because I don't like being next to a Peterbilt or an older truck, and we're going through those mountains. And as y'all can see, I go through those mountains quite a bit, and they have the super cool Jake brakes. And I have a different looking truck, so people expect for it to perform and enhance, and you can't even hear my Jake brake or nothing, or my horn.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, the horn. Oh, don't get me started on the horn. The horn's not even a pull string, guys. It's a stupid button on the steering wheel that says air horn. And it's like a little weak. It's just ridiculous.
It's adorable.
Craig says trade for the Peterbilt. And somebody said, how many loans on the Lone Star? So Jerry said, so the mileage on that Lone Star, I think I'm coming up on.
How many miles on those?
Yeah. Actually, I can tell you the odometer on it. I text it to Reagan every week. So I'm coming up on 760 on the odometer. Expediting with the G said deleting it is, yeah. So yeah, deleting the truck is illegal if they enhance it. The only two places, or really only two places that enhance that law,
You mean
enforce that law is California, of course, and New York, and Jersey when they want to. And those are three places I don't go. But when the tourists come, those places, of course, are going to have tourists because they're so populated and they're entertainment based. Al said, valid points. My fun brain says, YOLO, go big. That's what my fun brain is saying too. But, so the way we'll be doing it is, on that Lone Star, we can do $2,800 a month going towards the principal on that truck and be okay with the way we have it set up. But with that Peterbilt or that W900, to honor the pace, the paying off the way we want to, we'd have to do about $4,500 to $5,000 a month for that W9 and for that Pete. Somewhere between $4,500 to $5,000 a month for a month.
Or I'm meaning like that's what's going towards
The principal,
Gotcha.
right? Because we don't like holding on to debt, guys, at all. So to honor the way we want to do our finances, about $4,500 to $5,000 a month would be for the Peterbilt or for the W900, and then for the for our truck, we do about $2,700 a month, and usually in 2 weeks, we have that set aside. Rodney says the Pete you can still get home every weekend, but the KW about every 3 weeks. Okay, Rodney. So here's the dilemma on that. Huh?
That's a good point.
Yeah, on that Peterbilt, they had got it from somebody before it went to repo, so they're paying his interest rate right now, which is 15%, and it's going to take a few months to get it down to 9%. So until they get it refinanced, that Peterbilt is going to be a little bit more than a W9 until they get it refinanced. Monthly. So the W9 the interest rate on those, they get them for 9%, so we get it at 9%. So we get a 9% interest rate on the W-9 right now. But on the Peterbilt, it's 15. Even though the Peterbilt is less by like $60,000, we'll still be paying just as much or a little bit more for that Peterbilt until they get it refinanced down to the 9%.
Yeah.
And that could be either third quarter of the year or fourth quarter of the year. So that's another dilemma, because we can be putting all this money towards the principal, but not as much is going to go there because, you know, of that 15% interest rate.
Right.
So those are all the concerns that we have, guys. So let us know what you guys think, because you guys are probably y'all been at this a lot longer than we have. I mean, my outlaw mind says delete the truck and straight pipe it.
I think that's probably the other reason.
My rebel mind.
I think that's probably the other reason why I don't want us to, because I'm the kind of person where if I'm at the grocery store and the arrow says go this way, I'm gonna go that way. Like if
guys, you can't get.
If I'm parking,
you can't get a ticket on private property.
So, and he's definitely the
yeah.
just go with the flow.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't follow instructions.
Oh man, it's so annoying.
Yeah, my rebellious mind, and that's where our middle child gets it from. I already know. God
From
is.
you?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I know. You tell him to go left, and he wants. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Shimon struggles so much.
Yeah, that one. I can't constantly.
You can't be mad because that's you.
Yeah, I can't get mad at him. That's the. So, I can be mad because he don't follow my rules, but yeah. So I'm very rebellious, guys. So that part of me wants to delete the truck and straight pipe it and just go on throughout my day. But the business owner, entrepreneur, I got to go home to my family, not in jail somewhere on a misdemeanor charge. Says pay the 6 to 8 G's and hopefully get it fixed. So I don't know. What do you guys think? We're taking votes here. And then also, while you guys are leaving your comments in, so we did mention earlier that we're going to be doing a drawing once we get to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah. We're going to be doing a drawing. We're going to go through our comments and through our subscribers. And if you've done both, we're going to put your names in a hat. And we're going to have our 3 kids draw a name. So we're going to have 3 winners. So our 3 kids are going to draw a name from the hat, and we're going to give you guys a prize. And y'all still have not told us what the prize should be. I'm not giving y'all the W-9 or the Peterbilt, and I'm not giving y'all the guitar sitting next to me.
That's my guitar.
Oh, okay. Her guitar sitting next to me. So I might give y'all the Lone Star. I might delete the Lone Star and give that away.
Piano. You don't want the piano.
Yeah, they can have the piano. And I like the piano too much. Oh, that's right. Somebody asked me to play the song from the.
That piano was a birthday gift. Me, a friend of his, and my mother moved that piano in our old house ourselves.
Yeah, they did.
So you better want to keep that piano. You better want to keep that piano. I worked hard for that piano. And funny thing is, that's always something individually before we even got together or got married. We both wanted instruments and a piano in the house.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we got the piano. Y'all see the guitar here.
Shimon also plays drums.
I play the drums.
Yeah.
Bass. Ukulele. Where's the ukulele at? I haven't seen that thing in a while.
In the garage.
It's in the garage.
Against the wall with all of your other.
Yeah, I guess.
We have a saxophone, but neither of us play it.
Yeah. What's going on, Doug?
I want to learn. My friend Joseph.
Yeah.
Gave that to us. Or did he give it to us? Or
The ukulele?
No, the saxophone.
The saxophone, I think Joseph gave it to us. Yeah. Oh, it's out of tune.
Yeah. They play with the kiddos play with the knobs. They think it's so fun playing with the knobs. Do you want me to move?
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Okay.
As long as you're not chewing uncomfortable.
Oh, anything for you, my love. Look at my phone.
Where's it at? How's the camera angle still look?
Now you tell me. Do I look as big as I feel?
Well, actually, where's
Oh,
your
you paused it, didn't you?
No.
I don't know.
Ooh. Okay, so what are they saying? What's going on, Doug? Expediting with the G said, you are only an outlaw if it won't worry you when you're driving through the way station. I was going to worry the heck.
Oh, yeah, you stress out. So.
Yeah, I already stressed out when I'm legal, guys. Golly.
Every time we're either on the phone or whatever, we either hear the beeping.
Yeah, from the pre-pass.
And like you just hear like either you hear silence, or it's like he's like literally holding his breath.
Yeah.
And this is you being legal and like knowing you're doing everything you're supposed to. That's funny.
Okay, what else are you saying?
Okay. Doug says, "What's up?" Craig Martin says, "You have to do something because the expensive repair is not guaranteed to fix the problem, and you really don't want to delete the truck. So this sounds like a case where it's time to trade it in."
You know what, Craig? You're biased. I just went through the comments on that video, and he is definitely Team Peterbilt.
I think he's got an agenda for sure. I would worry. Jerry says I would worry about the mileage on the Lone Star.
Yeah.
I know Justin from Just Truckin' had a lot of issues with his truck, and he had to rebuild the engine, and that cost him $35K.
Yeah.
Which I think we also got a quote for that, and ours was like 22.
Yeah, we actually get a discount. We know we got connections. So
But still, it's still 22.
Well, it costs us between 22 to 25.
Yeah. And then Harold Coleman 12 says, just going love with you, so you are going to get the Pete or KW. Okay.
Let's see. Says just. Let's see, come again, Harold. It's a little all over the place.
Let's try
Jerry
that.
Man
Let's try that one more time.
Oh, this is the guy with the computer. Hello. Okay, you here? Okay.
We are possibly
Okay.
buying a lawnmower.
Possibly. And make sure it's still live.
I think you are.
Jerry Manning, that's my. Yeah, definitely. We keep it occupied for a few minutes.
Oh no.
Tell them about your channel and what you got going on.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try to keep it at 15 people on here. I should give myself a grace. Okay, I'm gonna say 12. Hi. It's so weird doing this by myself. How do you do this?
How do you do a Q&A? Ask anything.
You guys are more than welcome to ask whatever you like that I may or may not answer. He was gonna play something for you guys. He's just running out to take a look at this lawnmower that we're potentially going to purchase. I don't know if we ever told you guys, but we live on a little less than an acre of land, and so we're finally starting to get into a good place as far as maintaining the backyard. That's really what we need to focus on. Thanks, Jerry. You're the best. Because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. You guys are more than welcome to ask any questions just to kill time while he goes out there to look at this lawnmower really quickly. But I personally think, kind of going back to the truck, whether we should delete, trade in, whatever, I think we should just bite the bullet and trade it in. We've slowly started to accumulate some issues with what we currently have, and as much as I like the truck, because I was kind of the one to encourage him to get that particular one, it's causing more problems than it would take for us to just start fresh and try something new. But like I said, I am not a truck driver. I only know what I learned from him and what I learned from you guys, so I don't know. You guys tell me. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Harold said, sorry for the typo. Thanks. Sorry for the typo. Are you going with the Peterbilt or Kenworth? I personally hope that he goes with the white one, whichever one that one is, with the leather on the inside, because it is really nice, and it has like a lot of the features that he likes. And as of right now, it would, on a monthly basis, it would be less per month for us because of the interest rate than the green one. Okay. Rodney says, what do you think he should do about the truck? Oh, happy wife, happy life. Absolutely. I know it would be, like I said, like we would be spending more, trading it in, but I think longevity wise, he's gonna love the truck. He's gonna enjoy being on the road more. And as much as I would love for him to be home, the lifestyle that we want for our family and for our kids require for him to be working, you know? So that's the sacrifice that we make and we agreed on a long time ago. And so I'm comfortable with the fact that there's going to be some weeks where we don't see him, you know, physically here at the house, and we're okay with that. But so if that means like longevity wise, he will enjoy being in the truck and be able to still do the tours and venture out new places, I would much rather prefer him do that than just settle, you know? How do you, Jerry says, how do you find it when he's away on the road? You know, like I said, it's hard. It is, especially with me being a stay-at-home mom and we have 3 toddlers. But like I said, this is what we wanted. This is what we planned for. We wanted to homeschool our kids. We wanted me to be able to stay home and he provide that. I know that that's not everyone's preference. That's not everyone's story, but that's what we wanted even before we got married. So I'm glad that we've been able to stick with that. I pick up little things here and there. So I just ended a contract with a company, but I was doing like their social media for a little bit. So I do stuff like that every once in a while. I also I make journals and stuff, and I have them on Amazon, and I used to do them on Etsy, but Etsy you have to make them yourself, and I just didn't have the time for that. So now I put them on Amazon, and that generates a little bit of revenue. So I feel like I'm still somewhat contributing, but you know, not to the same level, which is fine. But sometimes it's hard because I know that the finances stresses him out, but when he's home, we try to like make it like the best experience, you know? So whether it means he just needs to be around the house because he's exhausted, or for example, you know, him just coming back from Coachella, he was able to rest. So we're kind of getting more stuff done around the house because he's fairly rested from the Coachella tour. So, okay. So Jerry said, as soon as the problem starts, then it's time to trade it in. I kind of agree. I do. Like, you never know. And I'm not saying this on like a trucker's point of view, because like I said, I really have no idea. But even like in general with like cars and stuff, I don't know. I think life's sometimes too short, especially in the trucking industry, especially because we don't own it right now. Like if we own the truck and we weren't paying anything on it and all of that, that would be different, but we still pay stuff on it. So if we have to like adjust our personal finances or, you know, whatever to make it work, at least getting started, I would rather do that. The W9 is his dream truck, his dream vehicle. So I think the both of you should get the white one. Thank you, Jerry, for saying the white one. Oh my gosh, we're friends already because you understand me. I agree. I think he should get the white one because I can tell he likes it more, and we may or may not be the stowaways he mentioned earlier. So it'll be a little bit more fun for the little stowaways to like looking out the sunroof and all of that. And I just think he would enjoy being in that truck a little bit more. And like I said, right now the truck is less expensive. The white truck is less expensive than the green one because of the interest rate. And we really don't know when or if that interest rate is actually going to go back down. So yeah, I agree, Jerry. I think he should get his dream truck. I try not to sway him one way or the other, because he's really good with his intuition. I mean, sometimes, we fall short, right? But most of the time, he's logical enough to where he like weighs out the pros and cons, and then at the same time, like he makes the decision at the end based off of that and like the heart, right? So he's really good about trusting his gut, and most of the time we tend to come on the top end of that situation most of the time. But so I think he should just follow his gut. So I try not to sway him one way or the other. I try to like let him lean, on what he's thinking, because like I said, a lot of times he figures it out. He comes up with a really good plan. I know, it's a stranger. Who is that? It's okay. That's Bo, guys. If you didn't know, we have a pup. Bo, come here. She's so we had her mom, she was a border collie. She was a mix. She was a border collie German Shepherd mix, and she ended up having some pups. Bo, our current dog, is one of her pups, and we've had Bo since she was born. She's probably the only one out of the entire litter that's like super timid and shy, and I have been having such a hard time training her. Like, training her mom was so easy. Her mom was very much a little bit more enthusiastic, I guess is a nice way of saying it. She's a very hyper and active dog. But she, like treats wise, when it came to training, she responded to treats really well. Bo does not really respond to treats, so I'm still trying to figure out. She's already 3, and I haven't been able to accomplish training without having to like go out and get a trainer, because she doesn't respond to the treats. So I'm trying to figure out how exactly. So if you guys have a dog that's like super timid, like when I tell her to come, come, I have to like really encourage her. And like, her kennel is open. She can leave the kennel at any time. She just chooses to be in there. Bo, come here. Come here. Come. I don't know. Anyways, so if you have some tips there, that would be really helpful for me. You can go over to the We the Spencer page. That's our family page. You can go over there and give me some tips and tricks, because I have no idea how to handle this one. Okay. Rodney Ayers, I'm so sorry, did I say that right? Said, good answer. You passed the test of being Trucker's wife. Okay, tell him that, because sometimes I feel like I'm failing. Gets crazy. If I'm out 2 weeks, and I've been doing it for 34 years. Wow, 34. But we've been married for 11 years. Oh, that's awesome. That's so good. We've only been married for, don't tell him I'm struggling. We've been married for 6 years. This year will be 6 years. So kudos to you, 11 years. And you've been a truck driver for 34. His dad was a truck driver all of his life. And that's kind of where we kind of get a little bit of that, him being comfortable enough to be in the truck is from, living with his dad. And his dad, up until the day he passed, was a truck driver. So yeah, that is awesome. Tell your wife I said hi. And if she's ever got some free time, come see me on the other channel. I need a friend. Us stay-at-home moms, we need friends. Okay. Jerry said, my dog is 9 years old, and he still doesn't do anything I tell him. I feel like that's what we're leaning towards with Bo, because she, I mean, but the great thing is like her kennel is open and she's just chilling, you know, like she's not. Her mom was one of the kind of dogs where she would like jump on me and lick me and all of that, and I am not a big fan of dog bodily fluids, so, or any bodily fluids really. So like her licking my face and all of that, it was just, I don't know, it was just too much. So so she has a new home with a family friend, which is really nice. But we kept Bo because Bo is like the good middle ground, because the kids love having the dogs, and I don't mind the dogs too, as long as it, like okay, I'll back up. We had some issues when we moved into the new house where, you know, our backyard is not fenced yet. It's going to cost like a pretty penny for us to fence our backyard. And Nova, I would like let her out to like use the restroom, and then I would bring her back in. But before I would bring her back in, if there's anybody or any critter that would like walk past the house, you know, she was like on them, right? And I just can't keep up with that with 3 kiddos. So, but with Bo, like I'll let her out and she like generally stays within the same area, and that's without me training her. You know, that's just her not liking to adventure that much. If I'm out there and if I'm walking with her, she'll do it. But her by herself, she doesn't like it. So it makes it a little easier. Anybody else have a pet or pet advice for me? While we're waiting on Shimon, I think he's trying to explain to the guy our concerns, because right now the back it still has a lot of the trees up, and over the rainy season it's really accumulated a lot of the brushes and weeds and stuff that we gotta slowly chop down. But guys, have any other questions? I'm trying to be patient and not go in there and be like, so Bo, come here. What's the matter? Come here. Okay, you can stay there if you want. Jerry, I'm tempted to go on online and see how much those plane tickets are. See if we can get you to the States for a weekend or so. I don't know what the traveling is like for other countries. I feel like we know only what we're supposed to know, you know, in the States. Probably every country to some extent, but I don't know what traveling looks like for everybody. So, but if you guys have an idea of what you would like, if it's a gift card, if it's a actual item, what would you guys like for what would you guys like for the reward? We want to thank you guys for sticking around and listening to us chit chat and hopefully enjoying our viewpoint on life. I really am. Jerry said, "Oh, thank you." I really am. I'm curious to see if it's something we can do. I think he's almost done. Okay. So yeah. So is there anything? Is there a reward that you guys would like that is feasible for us in this current stage? We want to support you guys for supporting us, because this really means a lot, especially to me, because he won't say it, but I've been telling him to do this for like the longest time. So I'm glad that he finally is. He's one of those kind of people where I see better in him than he sees in himself sometimes. So I'm glad that he's finally doing it and he's getting the feedback that I always knew. I always knew he would, because he's really cool. He's down to earth. He is really good at talking, as you can tell. Come back. So yeah. Maybe a gift card. I don't know if some of you guys are not in the States, so I don't know if let's see. Jerry said, "I've been driving trucks for 12 years and found the older ones need a lot of attention." Am I reading that right? I've been driving trucks for 12 years and found the older ones need a lot of attention. You mean like the older trucks need a lot of attention? More than the newer ones? Because I feel like I feel like the way that they're making the newer ones, and this could just be a sign of the times, is that they just, when they do break down, they require so much to like get it back up and going. So yeah, that's what I think. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I think like looking at the newer ones and how fragile they are sometimes. I don't know. Al says, I think a trucker hat would be a good. That is a great idea. That is such a good idea. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pin that one because that is a good idea. Okay. Anything else? The trucker hat. I guess anything else that's trucker related. I don't know what you guys need or would benefit you guys on the road, like some kind of thermos or like mug, like a custom mug. I can do that. I can get that. Is that something you guys would like? What else? Let me think. A hat, a mug, something like accessory wise, or is there something that you can put in your truck that would be helpful? I don't know what you guys can like attach inside your truck that would give you a little bit more peace in your day to day, because I'm sure being a trucker stresses you guys out. It stresses me out, and I'm not even a trucker. Like, I listen to some of these phone calls Shimon has with the agents. I don't know if you guys have ever had, or most of you guys have fairly decent experiences with the agents, but we went through, I think maybe either February or March, we went through a whole month of just like really bad agents where he would book a load and either he would be on his way to pick it up or whatever, and they would call him and they would be like, oh, it turns out you actually don't deliver it until the following day. So he would have to like sit and wait on it. Or he would be, oh, they decided that